Hello, and this is the Warp Forge with a Batman related topic here. And basically, I am going to do an unboxing video on a very particular mini. And that's because I've recently just received this today. I just got the Batman Miniatures game Rulebook with the Joker cover variant in all its embossed glory. And it's absolutely brilliant, and because I pre-ordered it, I get this mini on top of it, and that is the Red Hood Joker miniature. So this is going to be an unboxing on this specific mini here, and I'm going to talk about the rulebook first. Now, I have had a quick flick through just looking at the pretty pictures, and the layout is fantastic. However, I'm going to do a review of this book, but I'm not going to do it until a long time. Well, I wouldn't say a long time, but after I've given it a detailed read. I'm literally going to read this book like holy scripture for the next month or two. So yeah, I'm going to be reading this like nobody's business because I want to read this. It's not just the first Batman hardback book, but it's also the second edition. This is where it's been properly translated and it basically goes very in depth, and there isn't any mistranslations in this book, unlike previous editions of the free downloadable rulebook that you could get. Pardon me, I'm hiccuping like mad. So, without further ado, we'll get straight onto the unboxing of Red Hood. Okay, so whilst I put my glasses behind me and some modelling essentials by the side. So this is the Red Hood. If we zoom out a bit, there, you get a better, nicer view. So this is the front of the box. It's a clump pack. It's a little bit squished because of all the packaging and all the bubble wrap that's went on top of it. However, I'm not too fussed because nothing of the mini has broken. It is a 4-piece miniature, 4-piece if you include the base. And this is the back view of it. That is what the Red Hood is supposed to look like. So, what designs this package? Well, it's a clamp pack. And what I like about these clamp packs is that they are reusable. So you can open it up and close it as well, as you can hear by the clicking and clacking. So basically just means that it's nice to put little bits in, like currently I have another one with a load of Batman bits in that I haven't glued onto the models yet because I'm going to paint them then glue them. So it's a nice useful way and cheap way to put stuff that you know where you have to find them. And it's also a great way of placing counters. So if you've got some beads or something that you use for take the lead or for the character cards, it's a nice place just to stick them in, clamp it shut, and it won't open without some force being put into it. So they are reusable, they are very nice, in my opinion. So we open this again. Now, what is usually the sales line? Obviously, this is a little bit bent, but a little bit unbending and comes straight again. So, obviously, this is the first one. This is the Red Hood for the Joker. And as well as being telling you what it is on the outside, it's also a little character sheet on the front. So, with that aside, you also have the Red Hood miniature on the back, what it's supposed to look like, all painted and stuff. So, who is the Red Hood? Because I know a few people might not know who the Red Hood is, because Batman, not many people might know too much about the Batman background. So, the Red Hood is based on the most popular Joker origin story. And I say the most popular because the Joker doesn't really have an origin story. It's because he keeps switching his origin story around and around so nobody can figure out who he actually is, or who his previous life or alias was. So one of these stories is called The Killing Joke. And The Killing Joke is the most popular among Batman fans. And this mini is meant to be in the style of that comic, which I think they've done very nicely. Now, the Red Hood is basically supposedly the Joker before he became the Joker. And what it was the Joker was a failed comedian, and he basically was trying to get some money for his wife who was pregnant, and he went on to a gang just to get, because he was desperate. He was a failed comedian, as I've said, and he really desperately needed the cash to support his family. So the gang basically gave him the red hood, the fishbowl helmet, the cape, and they made him do bank heists, the usual gang activities and stuff like that. During his adventures as the Red Hood, the guy finds out his wife's died along with his child, I think during childbirth, but I'm not too sure about that. And he starts to get really depressed because, you know, stuff like that happens and it's a very dark topic. The gang still make him do the Red Hood activities, so he keeps on doing it just to try and get some cash in for himself, because right now he's lost, he doesn't really know what to do. And on one of these missions he's confronted by Batman. Batman confronts him and backs him off into a corner in this industrial place called Ace Chemicals. And Red Hood basically looks around, sees a vat of toxic acid or whatever it is, just vat of toxin, and he jumps in because it also leads to the sewers. Now, because the helmet here has a breathing apparatus in, that's what kept him alive to swim out into the sewers. Once he went out of the sewers, he then took off the helmet and took off the cape. He looked into a reflection of the puddle because it was pouring and raining, and he saw that his face changed to white, he had very bright red lips, and his hair was green, and that's when he snapped. That's when the Red Hood became the Joker that we all know, and that's when he started losing his sanity, and that is how the Joker was born. So that is basically the Red Hood's origin story, and as I said, this is the card. So we'll move on to the actual miniature. Now, as we see, the foam is in here, as you see there. And you've got a 30mm base. Now, Batman minis are usually on 30mm lipped bases that they give them. They're usually on slotted bases because they all usually have tabs because of the metal minis, and for some reason metal minis always have tabs. I've not seen a metal miniature without a tab yet, so obviously I could be wrong. There could be another game which doesn't use tabs for metal minis. I don't know, Infinity might do, I'm not sure. But from my past experience, metal minis have always had tabs, hence why there's always been slotted bases. Very nice quality. So, we'll go on to the first piece. It's a 4-piece miniature if you can count the base. And that's what he looks like. The fishbowl head. And it's very nicely detailed, I must say. You can see the buttons, you can see the flower, you can see the bow tie, the helmet, all the creases in his jacket and trousers and stuff. As you see, he's got a hole in the back, that's where the cape goes, because the cape has a tab. I like the back piece of the neck here that you see, because it shows that it doesn't really fit, because in the Killing Joke, he makes little sarcastic comments about how the helmet doesn't actually fit perfectly on his head. So it just looks like slam dunk, like someone's just dumped it on his head. So yeah, that is a really nice mini. I do love the detail that they have. I mean, you got the tab there, I love just little details like the buttons and the flower here. Just the flower. And I love the helmet because I like little details like the fishbowl helmet and how it's the actual like size and hasn't been like tampered with to like expand. Because I know some adaptions and stuff like that, people use wider helmets or helmets that fit smooth and stuff on certain other minis that are supposed to be based on like film characters and comic book characters and stuff, but this looks like it just came straight from the comics, and I'm very pleased with that. The second piece which I'll show is the cape. Now, last time I tried to get a video of this, it wouldn't focus, but this has focused, and I really like that. So as you see, you got the tab there, which is what Red Hood's supposed to be on, and we have the cape. It's got a few mode lines, as well as the actual Joker, well, as the Red Hood Mini does. And it's absolutely beautiful. You can see that it actually has like dynamicism or dynamics. It does look like it's actually blowing in the wind, which is what I really, really like about this. It looks like he is. If we put the Red Hood with this on, as I say, he looks like it's blowing in the wind on a rainy Gotham day, because it's always raining in Gotham, because it's always a bleak, depressing background. So you got those two pieces, and they fit really well as well. They fit really plush. And then we have the third and final piece that I'm showing, which is the pistol. That is absolutely beautiful. This is like the first time I've had a proper in-depth look, because all the other times I've tried to look through and it hasn't focused my camera. As you can tell, I've taken multiple videos of this, but every time it hasn't really focused. But today it's now really, really focusing. You know what? I spoke too soon. Hang on. There we go. Oh, bomb. Not on that bombshell. So, there we go. Sorry, I apologise for that. My camera likes to do weird things. But he's got his fingers all over the handle. He's got the finger on the trigger. Ah, right. That's nicer. So as you see there, that's really, really, really nice. I assume this will be a plush fit. I'll probably make another video of him fully assembled, but right now I'm very pleased with it. The only criticism I can make is a few mould lines, but they're not too hard to remove. They're not fiddly. And with metal models, you usually expect mould lines, and they're not awkward mould lines as well. So they're not like I said, they're not fiddly or anything. You can see what they are. So yeah, so if we put that there, put him there, we'll put that there, we'll put the base there. That is the Red Hood. I see me places a bit of a tip, but still. I absolutely love this Mini. I liked it when I first saw it. I like it now. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece, and I look forward to building it up and showcasing it to you all. So this was my unboxing of the Red Hood. I hope you enjoyed it, because I most certainly have. I've enjoyed showing it all to you all, and I've enjoyed explaining the background to you all. So this is the Warp Forge, signing out, and remember, keep on forging.